Welcome back, Gemini, for your week ahead, or at this point, week in review reading for the week of August 18th to the 24th. Yes, whenever you see this, you're meant to see it. This is your message for the right moment. Absolutely. But I will always acknowledge when I recorded the video, and that is today, August 22nd. Now, we have shifted into Virgo season, Gemini. And what that means is that we're a little bit more work oriented. It's really awesome how we sort of celebrate the seasons, and certain things happen in certain seasons. Like Labor Day happens in Virgo season, right? Because it celebrates hard work. And so does going back to school happens in Virgo season, because it's getting back to the grind. Technically, yes, it's summertime, but the focus of Virgo is always to make something work. And it's their contribution to the zodiac is to make things work, to take difficult situations, simplify them, and make them effective and make them progressive. Virgos, that's how they contribute to the world. So during Virgo season, we celebrate labor. We get back to school, we get back to work, vacations start to wrap up, and we get more focused on business. I'm business, like literally I'm business. It's less about pleasure in fun and more about pleasure in succeeding and making things happen and work and function, right? So that's Virgo season. It's actually not boring at all. It's very exciting. A lot of things are going to pick up in Virgo season. I feel like there's big harvests coming in Virgo season. There's also very karmic cycles that have been wrapped up this week. Just like a lot of karma. A lot of things from the past that should have been let go and were not let go. This showed up in Cancer season too. The two of you, Cancer, you and Cancerian, because you showed up in Cancer's reading too. More as symbolic, but this showed up. Embrace the in-between and transformation is beautiful. So, like I said, both of those cards showed up in the Cancer reading, and I'm definitely shuffling this deck. I actually went through it and made sure that everything was turned upright and everything. So, for me, this could be something between you and a Cancerian. This could be an ending of a cycle between you and a Cancerian. This could be a closing of the door. This could be like a finishing up of sorts. What had lingered a lot around too long is closing, is finishing up. It is also, you are much more inclined to embrace the in-between and to not worry about whether things are moving forward. Same things. Why is this the same card popping off? Spirit has a plan. I honestly think that Gemini, that you've you've basically handed this over to Spirit, and honestly, it's because it's an easier, tidier place for you to put it. Maybe because you just don't want to deal with it, right? And you really need to take a more active role in directing this energy. Because of the karmic energy that's swirling around now, you don't want to be passive in something that's important to your life. I feel like something that has been long-standing is now matured. It's now grown up. It's now developed. This could be a child that is transformed from child to adult. Like this is them. Yeah, this is them going off and being successful and starting their career. But also, how does that make you feel? This is the success and development of a project, a child, something that you've worked on for a long time. Like there was a long period of time, a long stretch. It took a long time for this development to happen. That's why I say a child, because human children take so long to grow. But something that basically you were guided to. You found yourself, Gemini, in this circumstance through almost through fate. like Spirit handed it to you. It wasn't even necessarily your choice. It was something that Spirit handed to you. And this is, I feel like this is a child. I feel like this is a child, and they're doing extremely well. Like they're really being abundant and they're shining. And listen, if you want to tell them you're proud of them, just tell them you're proud. Call them up, tell them you're proud, and don't expect anything else. Because has been some wonkiness between you, maybe between you and your relationship with them. And it hasn't necessarily been something that you're proud of. Something that you would look back on and say, I'm proud of it. But this also could be you moving out of this state of indecision, just focusing on fun, focusing on having a good time, moving out of that stage and getting back and more aligned to spiritual guidance, maybe spiritual work, and taking the lead and literally standing out and stealing the show. Oh yeah. As soon as you decide to take the lead, as soon as you decide to put on your adult panties, you are literally going to steal the show, like all eyes on you. But it comes from doing the right thing. It comes from making a decision to allow yourself to grow up, to get out of this in-between unbalanced period of your life, to go from being flashy to being solid, to being admired. This is admiration coming in from you. At the very least, admiration from Spirit. There is a decision that you made that literally transforms everything about you. And it could have to do with settling old ties or old bonds. Or like I said, this is a very karmic time, Gemini. So karma, like Saturn is knocking and Pluto is showing Saturn like what needs to happen. What has been, like what tickets have been left unpaid. And Saturn is like, pay. And it's like, you've already paid. In the decision to already pay, you literally transform yourself. You literally, first of all, save yourself from any kind of karmic backlash, number one. And number two, you honestly just set something free and let it soar. And you literally help it be the best of itself, making yourself the best of yourself. It was a simple decision, but boy, did it pay off. There's a lot of great things that are coming out of it. It's like, I think you're understanding and seeing that almost like, if this is you, this karmic pattern taught you how to be a better person, and you have grown up and developed yourself, or this person in your life, you're almost admiring them for what they've achieved with their life. They really almost have fulfilled your dreams. They have. And in doing so, kind of inspired you to do better for yourself and to do better by yourself. Yep. Aligning with Spirit this week is going to help you a lot, because it's going to give you that calm that you need, Gemini. That countenance that you need to know that what you're deciding, to know that the direction that is a little bit untraditional for you is actually a good decision for you. Time for a beginner mind. Yeah, you're definitely starting over. Time to heal. This is about an old wound. And bring a gentle touch. Yeah. This is about letting go of your pride, letting go of your desire to be right. This is about letting go of any kind of arrogance or self-defeating behavior. That's it. And you literally transforming your life because of it. And you healing. This is an old circumstance. This is either a circumstance outside of yourself that needed to be healed, or it's a circumstance within yourself that needed to be healed, like self-care. Like could be dealing with addictions, could be dealing with just old behavioral patterns that needed to be that needed to be gotten back into check. And so instead of fighting and resisting and running and arguing, what you decided to do instead was just be giving, be understanding, be caring. Like you literally decided to put somebody else first, Gemini. And in doing so, really earned some karmic brownie points. Like that's what will be happening this week. If you did the right thing, you earned some awesome karmic brownie points. And it has made you into a better person and made your life into a better life. It's taken something that was maybe difficult and unattractive and transformed it into something happy and hopeful and playful. Yeah, this is about making a bad situation. 1111. Holy moly, is that not the best number for you? And you have numbers right here. This is about closing out a karmic cycle and transforming into something new, like becoming something better than you were before. Gemini, this week was big for you. It was really huge. And it's like this lightness, because this is an air card too, right? It's like this lightness. There's a lightness to it. It's lightened your load. It's actually, if you watch my video like a week ago, it actually worked to your benefit to surrender. It actually worked in your benefit to let somebody else win. It actually worked in your benefit. Yeah. You're literally coming out of this situation smelling like a rose. It's all eyes on you. In that simple action of making a decision to be kind when you could have been cruel. In that simple action in deciding to be generous where you could have been curmudgeon. In that simple decision to think of somebody else and to put their needs first and really show them that in making this decision, it's because I love you. You know, it's because I know that you deserve this. It's because I care. It's because, listen, I'm not the asshole you think I am. And it's not even that their opinion matters to you. It's that it was kind of almost getting you down, how everything was playing out. It was kind of becoming wearisome and tiresome for you to continue to play this role of this, almost what you it ended up being, like a fool. Like you were tired of looking like a fool. You want to be regarded. You want to be respected and admired. And the decision you made this week absolutely puts you in that position. I see you definitely just being your full self. It's a better version of who you are. It's like, and it's worked wonders for you. You're all good. You're all good. The star card is shining on you, Gemini. It is 100% your week to cast your star into the sky and be recognized. Wow, leadership. Time to collaborate. Trust the great mystery. You've been resisting something for a very, very long time. And I think now you're not resisting it anymore. You just let it in. You've connected with that higher, like you've reconnected with spirit. You started listening to spirit. You started realizing that what you were really working against wasn't this other person, it was spirit. And that's not you. You don't want to work against spirit. You respect spirit. And so in deciding to reconnect and accept those messages and accept that guidance, like let it come in and flow through you, you've literally decorated yourself. You've literally elevated yourself to the role of somebody that everybody wants to pay attention to and take seriously. It's almost like you have let your twins, the both sides of yourself, work together and be focused by that spiritual guidance. Time to collaborate. So this is a situation of, like I said, something you had worked on for a very long time. Oh my God, you have definitely let spirit be your guide this week. And the point is, it's coming to fruition. It worked. It worked. You see significant outcomes. And you're actually taking pride and joy in participating in this activity now. A, because you feel like you've stepped into the leadership role of it and you like to be in that role. You like to be that guiding force, but also because you have found somebody, you found that niche, that right person to work with, that right way to work with people, so that you can take away yourself from the situation, feel like you have gotten something out of it that you can feel comfortable with, but also that you see that it's positively impacting things on the outside. I think that there also could be, I'm going to take this over from Vimeo over to Vimeo now, because I want to pull out the tarot cards. So I'm going to take it over to Vimeo, do a little bit of a deeper read to understand this situation, and then I'm going to pull out the Romance Angels cards. If you're interested in romantic relationships, whatever might be on the horizon for you, I feel like there is somebody who has caught your attention. Or maybe it's this person from your past just being grateful for what you've decided to do. Either way, there's a collaboration that you literally have just jumped into. And you're like super into. This is like the first time you meet somebody. You're very, very happy to be here. So I feel like there couldn't be a potential romance harking on the horizon. For you guys, there's usually always potential of romance because you are desirable. Like there's always opportunities. So if you're interested in that romance reading, go over to Vimeo. The link is below. If you're interested in going a little deeper with tarot, the link is below. If this is where we part ways this week, thank you for coming, Gemini. Thank you for listening to my reading, and I will see you guys next week.